Tim Curry spent more than half a century proving that an actor could be unforgettable without ever being predictable. When he died at his Los Angeles home in August 2026, at the age of 80, the first image many people remembered was obvious. The corset, the makeup, the dangerous smile of Dr. Frank-N-Furter in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But Tim Curry was never only Rocky Horror. Long before he became a cult icon, he was a boy growing up in a British military family. Born in Cheshire, England, in 1946, Curry moved frequently during childhood. His father was a Methodist chaplain in the Royal Navy, and his mother was a school secretary. After studying English and drama at the University of Birmingham, Curry entered professional theatre almost immediately. In 1968, he appeared in the original London production of Hair. He wanted to be a serious actor, but his career would soon take him somewhere nobody could have predicted. In 1973, Curry originated the role of Dr. Frank-N-Furter in the Rocky Horror Show. 2 years later, the Rocky Horror Picture Show brought that performance to cinema. The film was not an immediate conventional success. Instead, something stranger happened. Midnight screenings, costumes, audience participation and generations of devoted fans transformed it into one of cinema's great cult phenomena. Curry had created a character so powerful that it could easily have defined everything that followed. He refused to let that happen. He moved between theater, film, television, comedy, fantasy and horror, repeatedly choosing characters that seemed almost impossible to connect to the man who had played Frank-N-Furter. He became the scheming Rooster Hannigan in Annie. In Legend, layers of extraordinary makeup transform him into the terrifying darkness. In Clue, he turned the butler Wadsworth into a whirlwind of nervous energy and comic timing. Then came one of his most frightening creations. In the 1990 television adaptation of Stephen King's It, Curry became Pennywise, the smiling clown who terrified an entire generation. Children who had never seen Rocky Horror knew Tim Curry because of Pennywise. Others discovered him as Cardinal Richelieu in The Three Musketeers, the suspicious hotel concierge in Home Alone 2, or the wonderfully theatrical Long John Silver in Muppet Treasure Island. And millions more knew the voice without always knowing the face. Animation, television and video games gave Curry another enormous career. His distinctive voice could sound elegant, comic, sinister or completely absurd. Yet cinema was only part of his story. Curry repeatedly returned to the stage, earning 3 Tony Award nominations. He played Mozart in Amadeus, appeared in My Favorite Year, and decades after Rocky Horror, found another major theatrical success as King Arthur in Spamalot. Then, in 2012, his life changed. Tim Curry suffered a major stroke. The performer, once known for explosive physical energy, was left with serious mobility problems and eventually relied on a wheelchair. Rehabilitation became part of his life, and the public saw far less of him. But the career did not simply disappear. His voice remained an instrument he could use. He continued taking selected roles and eventually returned to conventions and public appearances, meeting the audiences who had carried his characters through generations. And something else became increasingly visible. Behind the villains, monsters and outrageous personalities was a private man colleagues repeatedly remembered for his intelligence, humor, generosity and kindness. In 2025, Curry finally told much more of his own story in his memoir, Vagabond. By then, the scale of what he had created was easier to see. One generation had discovered Frank-N-Furter. Another had feared Pennywise. Another laughed at Wadsworth. Children remembered Long John Silver, the concierge from Home Alone 2, or simply that unmistakable voice from animation. When tributes arrived after his death, they came from across those different worlds. That may be Tim Curry's real legacy. Rocky Horror made him immortal. But Tim Curry spent the rest of his life demonstrating that no single costume, character, genre, illness or chapter could completely define him. He could be frightening. He could be ridiculous. He could be elegant, theatrical, dangerous and deeply funny. And even after his body could no longer perform as it once had, the personality and the voice remained. For more than 50 years, Tim Curry kept taking risks. And somewhere along the way, the actor who refused to become only one character became unforgettable in dozens of them.
The audience stayed near. One generation laughed, another was afraid, another simply knew the sound of that voice. No single character could hold the man. The lights grow quiet, the stage grows still, but some performers never really leave. One life, many faces, unforgettable.